One of the things I struggled with all summer was coming up with a healthy lunch for Lilan to take to camp. Well, now that school is back in session, I'm breathing a sigh of relief, but I still want to make her lunch every now and then. Adolescent nutritionist Tyrone Hall from the Durham County Department of Public Health is here, and he's going to show us some tips for packing healthy lunches that are fun. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. It's a pleasure to be here.
I always need help. So even though I got help this summer, I still need help. So let's first talk about the kinds of things to put on the plate, the healthy lunch plate.
And that's one of the biggest things, is trying to figure out what is my child going to eat.
Yeah.
And we don't want to pack something they're not going to enjoy. So we like to think of packing from a healthy standpoint. We like to look at a very balanced lunch. So we have, just grow up with My Pyramid by some
Absolutely.
chance. So we all remember the food pyramid, but it's changed now. We use My Plate.
Okay.
So it's kind of the same concept, but it's helping people make a more balanced plate.
And this is an example of the plate?
This is an example of the plate. So first of all, we have the grains, which is usually something that's whole grain. So we want to think brown rice, or we want to think whole wheat bread, or wheat wraps. Or
brown,
something.
not white.
Exactly.
Okay.
Brown, not white. It's very easy to remember. And then we'll go on to something like protein, but we want to focus on lean proteins, especially for lunch.
Okay.
So it's going to be things like chicken or turkey, or if you want to switch it up, you can do beans.
Okay.
Or nut butters like almond butter or soy butter.
Nice.
So there's always options, and we want to focus on half of the plate being fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
And that can get a little difficult because we know kids can be very picky with what they want.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's finding what they like and just sticking with it. So
Okay, let's keep it fun and try maybe a wrap instead of bread.
Exactly. Try a wrap instead of bread. And that's one of those things we want to avoid those ruts. And just for instance, like we were saying, you want to do lean proteins and you don't necessarily want to do chicken. We can do beans. And we did basically a taco pinwheel with especially fresh bean salad with some guacamole and a whole wheat tortilla.
Okay.
So it's just something that's a little out of the ordinary, make it fun for kids, because kids eat with their eyes.
Right.
That's one of the biggest things, and they want to have visual appeal, just like we do. If we go to Olive Garden, that plate looks really good when we come out there. We have to stop ourselves.
Exactly.
So that's one of those things we're working for. And also we have regular sandwiches. So regular sandwiches of regular wheat bread can be kind of tired.
Yeah.
So we actually took some cookie cutters. We took our little ghost cookie cutter and our little pumpkin cookie cutter, and we made sandwiches that were in the shapes of a pumpkin.
Nice. That is really cute.
So it's just little things like that that go a really long way for kids. Fruits and vegetables can get tired sometimes. So we have carrot sticks and celery sticks, which get old, but if you have some fresh made hummus or some yogurt dip for your apples, it's a little different.
And those aren't really hard to make, are they?
No.
Just a few ingredients,
Just a few ingredients, mix them up really quickly. If you want us to send you a recipe, we can do that.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I need all the help I can get.
We can take care of that for you.
It's a great idea to pack last night's lunch for leftovers.
Indeed it is, and that's one of those things for parents. You don't have to run around Monday morning like, what are we going to do, what are we going to do? If we had roast chicken, let's make a roast chicken sandwich and just run from that standpoint.
Nice, nice. But we've got to beware of food poisoning.
Yes,
We need to keep hot things hot and cold things cold,
and that's
right?
the number one thing. 1 in 6 Americans get foodborne illness every year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot, and we don't want our kids missing school.
So that's somebody in this room.
Exactly. Out of the 6 of us in the room, one of us might get sick this year.
Okay.
And that's what we want to avoid.
I think I've already had mine for
I'm
the
so
year.
sorry. I don't wish that on anybody.
It's rough. It's rough.
I don't
so
wish
it's
that on
one of y'all.
anybody.
I've already had mine.
I hear you.
So we can use our frozen bottles of water like this?
A water bottle, we can freeze it overnight, and what will happen is by the time we get to lunch, it's already thawed out and our food has been kept safe.
That is so smart.
Indeed. And also, if you have a hot thermos, what we do is boil water beforehand, pour that in there so it gets hot, and it keeps the hot food hot until lunchtime.
Gotcha.
So leftover soups, leftover chilies that from dinner, can serve them for lunch the next day.
Wonderful ideas.
Indeed.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.